Alright, so this has been bugging me for quite a few days ever since I heard about this, right? And also knowing previous stories similar to this one. So I want to make one statement and one statement only, alright? And this is not some sort of social media thing. This is the real deal, alright? This is a real deal. Alright? Cancel SNL. Cancel SNL. There is no reason in the entire fucking world that anyone, and I mean anyone, there's no good reason in the entire world that you should steal jokes. Stealing jokes is the biggest cardinal sin in comedy. You are taking a man's own personal thoughts and passing them off as your own. And the fact that SNL has been caught doing this multiple times should be enough to cancel SNL in any sane society. But the truth of the matter is that the people who talk about SNL and the sort of following it has is for very unnecessary reasons. SNL is a fundamentally flawed show. The whole premise of SNL was from stealing. National Lampoon had a lot of things going on. They had magazines, they had a radio show, they had a bunch of stage shows, Lemmings, albums. And look at that stuff. Look back at that stuff. It's all really funny. NBC decides that they want to have a National Lampoon TV show, so they contact the guy who owns National Lampoon if they could do that, and they basically said that they had way too much on their plate already. And in doing so, they decided to steal a bunch of their guys and make SNL. And along with that, they sort of kept stealing until they didn't really have anybody left, right? So SNL is based off ripping off National Lampoon. That is how it started, from stealing from National Lampoon. Along with that, when you really look at it, I want you guys to really look at all the sort of stuff that is on SNL. Look at what's considered their most controversial moments. Look at most of the articles that are written by them by all these journalists who are basically just paid to write about these guys. They're not really that organically well known. I don't know any young person, except for really annoying gay theater kids, who actually fuck with anything SNL is doing right now. This is why it's so insane to me. People are saying Joel is this small, Joel Hoover, right? They're saying he's just a small internet comedian, but literally more young people probably watch Joel than SNL. More young people definitely watch Come Town more than SNL. And more young people most likely probably know who Shane Gillis is compared to anyone who's on SNL right now, right? Nobody really cares about the show. Nobody. When you look at the controversies, it's mostly done by outside parties, by hosts, by certain topics, And every single article that people, where people are talking about this show, right? They're not talking about anything like some funny bit, right? It has been very fucking long. It has been a long fucking time before anyone has ever talked about something that was just genuinely funny on SNL. You know what I mean? It's always something political or something in the news. It's always based on something else. You know what I mean? It's not based on anything that is funny. It's not based on anything that is just a good bit. It's all very surface level takes at like political figures and like entertainment figures and whatnot. There's nothing really interesting going on with the show. And like I said, the controversies are usually started by people who aren't even on the show. Like the Marlon shit, you know, the fucking like, who's that chick with the bald head? I can't remember her name. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean, like ripping off the like Pope's headshot, fucking like Elvis Costello, Fear, Rage Against the Machine. Like, it's never stuff that is about the actual show. It's always something tangentially related to the show, right? And that's just sort of how it is. Nobody really cares about the show. It's just something that is popular because it is popular because it's been around for a while. And it obviously explains why Joel Hoover in his video was definitely playing politics. Because one, just something unrelated. I think a lot of these people who watch YouTube now just expect all their YouTubers to just be these nice, friendly faces. You know, people that, even if they're going to lie to you in front of your fucking face on camera, they just come off as nice and wholesome. Like, listen, I think he's trying to make it seem like he's flattered that they stole the joke from him. But it's not flattery. It's not fucking flattery to steal from somebody. When you steal from somebody, alright, the person who stole that joke thinks so little of Joel, thinks so little of his content, thinks so little of probably everybody else, because I'm willing to bet that the same group of people that stole that joke probably also stole the Ratatouille thing from Cumtown, probably also stole from Shane, probably also stole from a lot of other people that we don't even know about, you know what I mean? So, to put it bluntly, like, he's playing nice. And the second reason why he's playing nice is because I'm willing to bet you that Joel definitely wants a show on SNL. He definitely wants a spot on SNL. I mean, a lot of these guys do. Even me, at one point, wanted a spot, right? Because the truth is that SNL has monopolized sketch comedy. They have monopolized it. You don't believe me? Alright, if you don't believe me, look for any other show. Any other show on TV with a major reach. Or at least a good reach, right? At least it's in every household in America. Alright, look for anything like that around. You can't find it. Mad TV got canceled. For whatever reason, I don't know. Because I think definitely during the end, Mad TV was at its most popular, especially with the rise of the internet. People weren't taking SNL skits. They were taking Mad TV skits because they were fucking funny. And, you know, I'm actually willing to bet that there's probably grounds for conspiracy theory that SNL definitely tried to get rid of Mad TV. They definitely want to be the only market in town. Along with that, a lot of the, like, just personal skit shows with just, like, a guy running it or just a group of people, they're way funnier than SNL. All of them are funnier than that, alright? You know, Kids in the Hall was way funnier. The one with John Goodman, I can't remember the name right now. That one's way funnier. It's also Canadian, so if anyone can remember that show, put it in the comments, because I'd say it's way funnier, right? Mr. Show, way funnier, way more interesting, and, you know, just smart with their topics than SNL ever was. Dave Chappelle Show, leaps and bounds above any other fucking show. This is non-debatable. The Chris Rock Show is way funnier too. Nick Swartzen had a sketch comedy show for like a hot minute. That's way funnier than anything on SNL. Why This Kids You Know, way funnier. Like, it's not even a debate. All these shows, any other sketch comedy show, you can just make a sketch comedy show about different celebrities. Like, impersonating different celebrities, taking a shit. And it would be way funnier than whatever is on SNL right now. Anyone can do this. Make a video in your fucking basement right now. Make a sketch in your fucking basement. It will be 10 times better than anything SNL has ever done. You don't even need to be a comedian. You know what I mean? So I want to make this very clear. Alright? The writer who did this, and there's a good possibility that since this has happened multiple times, this guy might have been responsible for a lot of plagiarism. The guy who did this, right, needs to be blacklisted from the fucking industry. Alright? That man needs to be doing commercials in fucking Liberia. Like, this guy cannot have a single good, steady paying job after this. If he apologizes, and if he understands what he did was wrong, then I'm fine with that. I'm willing to accept that, okay? And I think a lot of people are. Alright? I'm a man who understands forgiveness. If people apologize, alright? I'm willing to forgive them, especially if the apology is earnest, right? But the thing is, if this guy tries to act coy or tries to be like, oh, I didn't know, I don't want, like, you fucking know. This Joel has more views than all your last seasons combined. You fucking know who this guy is, and you probably watch him, and you probably take a lot more from him. You probably take a lot more shit from a lot of these other comedians, alright? And he's been playing nice. But if I was in his position, I'd call up your fucking offices and and I'd chew you out. I'd look for you, and I'd chew you the fuck out on phone, in person, anywhere. Because there's no fucking excuse! Sorry. There's no fucking excuse for stealing bits. There's no good excuse for it. Especially if the person has less pull than you, alright? Nobody's reporting on Joel and his stuff. Nobody's talking about him like people are talking about SNL. So more people are going to know. Like the general public is going to know more about SNL. And it's really upsetting that people just think like people like, you know, if you are a comedian on the internet, they think so little of you. They think so fucking little of you that they can just steal from you. Cancel SNL. Cancel SNL. Cancel SNL. I will say it till I am dead. Cancel SNL. This show has lasted for way too fucking long. It has taken up way too much of a market and something that I am very passionate about. And it has downgraded and dumbed down our culture as a whole. And stealing has no excuse. Stealing has no excuse. That's all I have to say. If you disagree with me, go fuck yourself. I don't have any time to even humor you on this opinion, okay? I have no time for that. If you don't think stealing is bad, then you can go fuck yourself. That's all I gotta say. Peace.